Hello everyone, welcome back to Wuthering Waves, and today we get to talk about an update notice that they just recently released, which is actually pretty awesome. There's a whole bunch of changes coming in the game, some new things, new character, new updates, there's going to be some fixes, and so on. And I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about it, guys, and shed some light on these things because this is really nice. So guys, we can see here that we have, the Dear Rovers, greetings, we are the Wuthering Waves team, blah, 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 blah. We don't really need to get on this. They do apologize for any inconveniences that we did have, which is always nice to see from any company. I'm very happy to see that they're listening and learning from all the players as far as what needs to be done. So on the Echo development experience, which I know a lot of you guys, I've been farming for Echoes for the last 5 days straight, just Echo for the most part, and boy, it's a rough grind, my friends. But number one, Echo development feels grindy and inadequate energy materials. Very true, very true. It is a long process, right? Which personally I didn't have a huge problem with, but I know a lot of players did. And in the current version, we will launch a limited time Echo material double yield event, cord cleansing, which is awesome, guys. Double yield, so it sounds like maybe double the chances of getting your Echo. And then in version 1.1, they will adjust the progression system to reduce the shell credit, which is the currency that we use to level up our Echoes of Echo development. That is awesome, guys. So we're going to use less credit, less materials to level up our Echoes now, or less currency, if you will. That's very good. Very nice quality of life change. In version 1.1, we will remove the reward cutscene in the fantastic field, which is going to save you a lot of time. You're going to spend a lot of time playing this game, doing all the farming, especially in open world games. So I'm very happy to see that. And from version 1.1 and forward, the yield of Echoes and Echo development materials will be increased. Right, so again, a huge quality of life change that's going to help us level up our Echoes easier. This is nice, guys, because you will find that you do get quite bottlenecked in this game leveling up your Echoes, right? You really have to be very careful about how many Echoes you're leveling up, so this is very cool. In upcoming updates, we will introduce the wave plate storage system. So right now we can only get up to, I think, 240 wave plates, and I believe they're going to allow us to maybe rack up more if we choose to do so, okay? At least that's the way of reading it. And then on May 29th, they were notified of an issue with the Echo recycling system where the amount of shell credit players obtained when recycling developed Echoes was wrong. It seemed pretty cheap in all honesty, guys. And since this is an issue that directly impacts the game balance, they fixed the problem thoroughly through an emergency live update on the same night, which is very nice, and issued compensation to all players. Very cool. As part of the measures to minimize the event's impact of the fairness within the player community, we informed the players of the situation and announced that we would remove an additional shell credits obtained unexpectedly as a result of this bug within 14 days and issue compensations accordingly. However, due to the urgency of this issue, they failed to issue an announcement of this issue in the first instance, which they regrettably caused negative experiences for the players, right? We sincerely apologize for a proper way of handling this situation and the inconvenience issue caused. So again, when a company is listening to their player base, they're willing to rectify whatever problem they've had, or they're willing to apologize and let us know, hey man, we screwed up. We're going to make it better, guys. We're going to make it better. So I'm very happy to see this, right? Following an internal discussion, we have decided to compensate all players with the shell credit based on the maximum amount of shell credit that had been unexpectedly yielded through this bug to address the negative impact caused. They will give us a million shell credit, guys, which is awesome, right? And we're going to get this on June 10th. You guys can see the time right here, which is amazing. A million credit, mwah. Wonderful. Very happy to see it, guys. Eligibility, character created in mailbox function unlocked before 10 on May 30th, 2024. Compensation is valid until 5/59 on July 3rd, 2024, right? And they do apologize again. Additionally, to address the poor experience with the ecosystem, they will compensate all rovers with crystal solvents by 20. Wonderful. And crystal solvent equals 60 wave plates. So we're going to get a lot of extra wave plates, guys. That's going to allow us to do a lot of things in the game. We're going to farm for materials to level up our characters, which is amazing. I'm so happy to see that. Very nice. And you can see a distribution time, 10 o'clock on June 3rd, UTC +8 time. And then we don't need to really go over that. So an error in the 5-star weapon description, right? So evidently there's some problems with some of the 5-star weapons as far as what they're actually able to do and so on. And it has been discovered by our players. The description of the 5-star weapon Verdant Summit and the game in certain languages contained a mistranslation. Upon discovering this issue, we promptly corrected the description and issued compensation to all rovers. Very cool. We also have initiated a comprehensive internal review of the localized versions in the end game and the upcoming updates. They do apologize for any mistakes that they did make, and they want to reassure all of us that they're committed to improving the quality of all of us,
we
are the rovers, right? In the meantime, they're going to offer a one-time compensation of forging ties by 5 to all rovers for the known localization issue. Very cool. Compensation is always good, my friends. We're seeing a lot of compensation in this update notice, which is always nice. And as they endeavor to constantly improve the localization quality across different languages, they encourage us to provide them with our comments and suggestions and whatever we can say to improve the game, which is always good to know that they're willing to listen to us, guys. If you played PGR for a long time, you know Kuro Games is a very good company. They're willing to listen to the players. They're willing to try to make changes to appease us and make us happy, which is very good. You can see a distribution time. So on version events, so they've received extensive feedback on the duration rewards of the Overdash Club event. To address our concerns, we are currently in the process of redesigning the rules and reward schemes for the upcoming events, and immediate solutions are as below. And they're going to introduce a new limited time special event, Wuthering Exploration, to offer new rewards and content to improve our gaming experience. This sounds amazing, right? You have the event duration right here, the event rewards. We're going to get 800 Astrice is what we use for our pools, Morphable Elite Class Echo 1, Morphable Elite Class Echo 2, and a premium tuner, which is awesome, guys, and a premium seal too. So lots of goodies coming our way. And then moving forward, they shall ensure that they make greater collective endeavors internally in designing the version events to improve the event content quality and rewards for a better experience. So the future version updates timeline.
I see my way clear.
So since the official launch of Wuthering Waves, they have received extensive feedback regarding the game's storyline, localization, and various other aspects. They have been listening closely and are grateful for the continued enthusiasm and support from the players, which has exceeded their expectations, right? The game's doing wonderful, guys. Millions and millions of people are playing the game. It's making a lot of money. It's doing awesome. To allow everyone early access to the experience more content features of Wuthering Waves in version 1.0, they have decided to advance the release of subsequent content in version 1. So, this is a change that they're making from what they originally were going to do. Starting on June 6th at 10 o'clock UTC plus 8 time, this release will include companion stories, Solitary Path for Resonator, Yen Lin. So Yen Lin's going to be coming on June 6th. I said June 6th, right? If you have Calcharo, guys, she's going to be an absolute monster to have with him on that team. And future Resonator Convene event and Thunder Pours for Yen Lin, limited time challenge event, Alloy Smell, along with many more spin-off events and features, right?
Keep your
Wuthering Waves version 1.0 will last until June 28th. And you can see the times here, guys, after which they will schedule a server downtime and implement the update for Wuthering Waves version 1.1, Thaw of Eons, which will include a new area, so more to explore, more to get, right? More rewards to get. Mount Firmament, new Resonators, Gen C, and Chang Li, and new boss Due. Hopefully I pronounced all those names correctly. And to compensate for any inconveniences caused by the version timing adjustment, they will issue a compensation to all of us, Radiant Tides by 10. So very, very nice, guys. You can see the time, don't need to go over all that. So then we get into something else that I've heard a lot of players complain about, and honestly, guys, including me. So on combat and control experience optimization. So they have heard our feedback regarding the poor experiences with auto aiming and auto lock controls, key mapping requirements, and game field design. Based on the issues that repeatedly come up in player discussions, they've identified the following issues, okay? And auto aiming, auto lock, and camera performance in battle. The camera performance, guys, at least from my experience, has been abysmal. Sometimes it's really good, guys. It's not all bad, but man, sometimes it just gets wacky as hell. And in recent updates, they have disabled the combat camera correction featured on PC by default. They have optimized the default values and ranges for combat camera settings. Bosses' existing combat stayed unexpectedly. So this is kind of a thing that happens also quite a bit. Sometimes you're facing a boss and they kind of disappear and then their life starts all over after you've taken them all the way completely down. This is a super, super annoying thing that happens, especially with Thundering Memphis, Crownless, like Lampimphian, Heron, right? I'm not even going to try to pronounce that right. I mean, it happens a lot, man. It's really, really annoying to take a boss down to almost nothing, and then they got full life again. So I'm very happy to see that they are going to be working on this and they're going to address this. So I'm really, really happy. So in upcoming updates, they're going to introduce a disengagement warning feature. So what this is going to do is it's going to let us know when we're getting out of bounds or out of range from the boss, I guess, or the boss is getting near out of range. That way we can kind of keep them in the vicinity. At least that's the way that I'm reading it. and ghost touch issues on mobile. I've heard a lot of complaints about mobile as well, and I do think they're going to be addressing some of those issues as well. So in recent updates, we have expanded the anti-ghost touch area around buttons. Okay, future versions will include further optimization for mobile controls, delayed availability of custom key binding feature. In version 1.1, the prerequisite to unlock the custom key binding feature will be lowered to Union Level 2. We will also introduce a new player tutorial for using the custom key binding feature. This is going to help new players try to figure out how to key bind or map their controllers, and we will gradually support more custom key binding options for both keyboard, mouse, and controller modes. Controller mode experience optimization. So in version 1.1, they will remap the current controller shortcut of Open Chat to Open Map and add the option to invert Y-axis. Future version will support controller mode on mobile devices. Now, this is a big one, especially for mobile users. I've heard a lot of people come up to me and complain about the fact that, hey man, I can't use a controller in this game and it sucks. I don't like using my touch screen. I want to be able to use a controller. So I'm very happy to see that they're doing this. And in my opinion, guys, like if you're really good with a phone and playing on your touchscreen, more power to you. But a lot of players really do like using a controller, similar to myself, which is why I like playing on PC. And I just like having that nice big monitor, especially with a game like this, as beautiful it is. But that controller does make a big difference for a lot of players. Poor game field design and impact signification, right? Or signification, right? In the future versions, we will constantly improve the event signification and game field design for characters and monsters, all right? And other combat experiences. So other contests, no purchase limits for the store items like flour, leading to accidental purchases. In Resubstance, we have added a weekly purchase limit for certain items in the store, okay? Audio and sound effect bugs. Evidently, we don't need to read all this. We're going to be improving all that. Performance issues, crashes, and instability. Now, I personally haven't really faced this too much. I think the PC client shut down on me once maybe, or maybe twice it shut down on me, crashed on me, and then I had to restart it. But I personally haven't had a lot of problems with this. But I know a lot of players have mentioned to me that they are. In fact, some players tell me they can't even log into the game. So yeah, and that's on mobile devices from what I understand. And then we get in the depths of Illusion Realm, event optimization and updates, right? And we don't need to read all this, guys, but in short, really all this is saying is they're just trying to work on everything that they can, all these problems that they're hearing about, they're trying to fix all of it as best that they can. We do need to give them time. We do need to be patient, but they are compensating us for a lot of things, guys. They're giving us a lot of rewards. We got Yinlin coming on June 6th. Some players can be very excited about that. I'm one of them. I got to play her on the beta, and I absolutely loved her. And I do have Cal Charles, so I'm very happy about that. And so I'm really happy to see that the dev team is trying to address as much as they can, guys. Because seriously, man, this is a great game, guys. I'm really happy to see that they're working towards fixing as much as possible, listening to the player base and trying to get everything done. But let me know what you guys think about everything that we talked about today. And I do stream on Twitch and YouTube. The link to Twitch in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.